Apocalypse, huh? Double A, what? 5-1, huh? West Coast, check it, huh? Apocalypse, born to end, made to serve MCs. Critical for spittables, call it state of emergency. Rookies ain't heard of me, no cause, chains and murdering. Gun clapping, burglaries, pop gimmicks ain't hurting me. World surely needs more than glamour and glitz. Chumps try and handle the mic, but can't handle they bitch. Los Angeles vandalist shit, wouldn't hold a candle to this. Flammable when I spit, a wild animal, about to flip a cannibal when skin splits. Words break down immune systems. He couldn't hang, got all mad, even his crew dissed him. So bear witness to the birth of a new era. No many teens in skinny jeans wearing mascara. Hearts full of hate, stomachs full of hunger. My mind's trying to figure out the spell my body's under. I'm tripping out like the carpet got pulled under you. Music better change or else what's the world coming to? H-I-P for all my real people. H-O-P not for the fake see-through. H-I-P it's gonna come back. H-O-P you know you want that. I thank God for the people keeping hope alive. I'm so underground you wouldn't even know I died. Only if you didn't see me at the show tonight. And if you did, then you probably saw a poltergeist. Every rhyme I write's a record deal notarized. Can't stop writing, my notebook is poster size. I'm so real I don't even know how to lie. That goes the same for the people I'm surrounded by. The game's bleeding, the industry's misleading. All the fame that you're needing is leaving, the culture grieving. But I ain't leaving, just feeding off the fakeness. If you relate to this, you turning nothing into greatness. Mind over matter, don't matter where your mind is. I mind my own business, I don't mind if you rewind this. Blinded by the light, so I'm seeing things pitch black. If change don't come, then I'ma resort to witchcraft. H-I-P for all my real people. H-O-P not for the fake see-through. H-I-P it's gonna come back. H-O-P you know you want that.
You are now tuned in the freshest, the dopest, the one and only www.diggingdaily.com. This is The Way Radio, broadcasting live. Northeast Los Angeles Hotbox Studio. Special guest today, Apocalypse, live in studio.
Yeah. What's up?
Welcome. Hey, man, we need that instrumental. We need that instrumental.
Yeah, let me drop something for you, man.
This is the first time right here. We're going to be having a live beat set during our interview. All instrumentals provided by Apocalypse himself. Ooh, bringing the heat. For those that don't know Apocalypse, introduce yourself. Let them know who we got in the studio.
What's up? This is Apocalypse, El Fin del Mundo, straight out of Cali, West Coast. You know what we do the most. Area 51 crew, Flourish and Prosper, RS3, Rhyme Stalkers, Real Skills, Goof Troop Breakers, on and on and on. Man, just happy to be here and appreciate you guys letting me spin some music over here.
Nah, no doubt. We're grateful to have you here, brother. Grateful to have you here. So let's break it down, brother. Who is Apocalypse? Who is in the heart of soul within right here in front of us? Who is Apocalypse?
I mean, there's shitload of people inside of my ass. I guess you could say no split personalities, just a real old school, raised the right way, morals, goals, dreams, aspirations, everything that has to do with just making life better, but also born with a love for music and art. All my life basically have either painted, drawn, or done some kind of music, and obviously hip-hop sucked me into a different world, I guess you could say, when it came to music, but it still made me dig deep inside of other music that basically had to listen to in order to get this music, to make that music. But man, I'm just single pops, got a little 9-year-old daughter right now, trying to make the best of life and spread as much of this culture and the true essence, the boom bappery.
That's right.
I think that it's really dying out within the culture, but there's a lot to say, man. But the arts, music, and living life right, just That's my motto.
Well, shit, we got a lot of time to get into all
Yeah,
that good
for sure.
shit, brother. Before we get into all that, everything you just said about boom bap dan and all that, what got you into actually creating and being a producer / MC?
You know, I think it's kind of cliche how they say, the MC will always end up making his own beats because he just always wanted to have beats or wanted to have beats made the way he made them, you know. But I started out B-boy, moved on to MC, and, you know, it got to the point where it's just like, man, I can make beats. I think I can try at least, you know. And this is about 20 years ago, I guess you could say, you know, getting into that part of doing the music on an SP12 with a floppy disk Commodore drive, sampling Pink Floyd The Wall record on vinyl, and having 3 seconds of sample time and making that was my first real walk with production. But after that, I was hooked on just knowing that I could make something that I could rhyme on.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's where a lot of producers that do rap, I'm sure they feel the same way in a sense.
Yeah. At what age was it that you started like actually taking it like, okay, I'm taking this seriously?
I mean, I've been fucking around with music since I was 12. Like I said, back in '88. And I think probably within like my mid-20s, we got heavy into touring. I used to be back in the days JV from Thump Records, Hype Man, the neighborhood queen. I don't know if you remember her back in the days.
Nah, I don't. Chill, I don't.
Yeah, so
I'd be lying if I said I did.
it's some old Thump Records stuff. But I was her hype man back in the days, and we were touring, you know, opening up for Cypress Hill and Ice Cube, Ronnie O. Got a chance to open it for Biggie and Zapp and Roger.
Nice.
But this was back in, you know, 93, 94. And that's when it was like I was getting paid just to rhyme, and, you know, I was writing her album, and that was a real taste of it, you know. But before then, we were still rocking shows or just breakdancing at you know, clubs and venues and spots and you know, wherever we could get our bust on. But I think from back then to now, it just kept getting higher, escalating to different levels of this shit, you know. Because, you know, you keep learning and learning, you keep running into new people and meeting these people and talking to those folks and soaking in not just game, but, you know, experience as far as what the hell you're supposed to be doing. But I mean, it's been a long time, man. I don't see that ending anytime soon either.
Nice. Let's get another beat going, brother.
Yeah.
Let's get you digging in those files. Woo! Apocalypse. So let me ask you this, man. What's your thought process when creating? What does Apocalypse go through in order to get a fresh beat going like this?
Well, you know, I think a lot of people have their own kind of, you know, most people start with their drums. Some people start with just a simple hat just to get the timing or the rhythm on shit. And then, or the sample. Me, I'm super sample head, you know. I dig for fucking hours. It's funny because I'll be doing regular, you know, government 9-to-5 shit, but I'll have my headphones on and I'll find like a channel or a mix or something, and just listen to shit for hours. And I might find like one out of those hours, but if I find a specific sample, not always loops, something I could chop, you know, I think there's a certain sound that you just hear, but to me it starts with the sample. I'll, you know, find the BPM, how fast or slow, how, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then move on to, I'm a big breakbeat guy. I always most of the time have like some kind of break beat underneath the actual beat itself.
Yeah.
And then I add the layers on top. But then you know, depending on if you want to play some live instrumentation or if you get it to that point, or if you're just, you know, creating the skeleton, and then bass lines too. You know, those are I think very key for any beat. That's what's gonna make your trunk rattle, basically.
Yeah.
But I you know, some people like that, some people don't. It all depends on the ears. But for me, I'm big on the bottom end of stuff.
Let me ask you this: what were some of the producers you looked up to when you're starting phases of making music?
I mean, my teachers, I could say, again, DJ Broadway, Random, MC Random, and Old School LC, True 129 also. But those three guys, they're the ones that showed me, you know, that got me hooked on the MPC. That for, you know, I wouldn't be making beats the way I am if it wasn't for them.
Word up.
But I mean, inspiration wise, my favorite motherfuckers are Alchemist, High Tech. You know, I think those two guys, they're really estimated as far as like their skill level.
Yeah.
You know, of course you got the Dr. Dre's, the Timberlands, and you know, but even then I've only seen Timberland really be the one making the beats. Dre has just that ear, that stamp.
Yeah.
But there's so many. You could think even from fucking Prince to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'd say my top three. Again, my boy Broadway, man. That motherfucker makes some sick beats. If you heard that shit.
Word up.
Yeah. And I'm not just saying that because it's camp, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. Do you feel with a lot of the music that's coming out today that some of the key things that producers do is kind of getting thrown to the back burner because the technology makes it so easy to produce music now?
Yeah, actually, it is a lot different because you know, I think it's because you just made the beat here. I'm paying you for it, so let me take it. There's a difference to me between a pad pusher and a producer. You know what I mean?
Break it down.
Pad pusher literally does that, makes the beat, hands it out. Oh, pay more, give you the stems. There you go. And no disrespect either, please, to any of those people that are doing that. But a producer, he creates it from the beginning to the end. Like a lot of the people that I work with that I sell production to, I like to be involved in that process, you know, because again, it also represents you.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
I think we were having this discussion earlier as far as the quality of something. You know, I'm not just because you paid me, you know, X amount of money, that means I'm just gonna be like, oh yeah, it sounds great when it doesn't.
Yeah.
That I think sometimes you have to be blunt in the industry, like in a kind way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if it's gonna tell on itself, so music will always tell on itself, whether it's good or bad. It's either gonna say this shit is dope as fuck, or it's gonna say this shit is whack as fuck.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you think with the artists nowadays, because that cadence is gone with? I mean, I don't want to say it's gone, but I think a lot of artists definitely aren't building with producers. They kind of just, I'm gonna get a track from this guy, I'm gonna get a track from that guy, and the music's getting kind of, you know, just fluttered. It's not, you know, looking at albums, it's not like a whole process anymore. Do you feel that artists nowadays, just because of the technology and how fast it's going, just don't respect the music?
Yeah, no, and it's even more social media more than anything, because the only reason they're doing it is for that attention.
Yeah.
And it's not for the right reasons. You know, like I'll post shit when I make a beat. I'll post something, you know, even though the quality of it sounds garbage. You know.
But you don't want to put fucking your dope shit out there on Instagram for someone to read.
Well, you know,
either,
I see a lot of people that do have those, you know, video apps. They put the MP3 and it sounds great, and it's almost like it sucks you in because the quality's so good. But I haven't gotten it to that point because I think I just don't. If you're gonna hear something of mine, your phone is the last place I want you to hear it.
Damn, nice. Yeah, hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And even unless it's a mixed down version of something, like if it's on YouTube or Spotify or whatever, that's a different story. But if I'm working with you and I'm playing you something, I want to play it either in your face or somewhere where I know you're going to hear it the right way.
Word up, word up. Earlier, the first song we opened up with was Hip Hop off of the Dearly Departed. Talk about that track on that album.
Yeah, it's actually Dearly Deported.
Oh, my bad. Dearly Deported. My bad. I put Departed like a dumbass.
Yeah.
My bad.
It's just I think just a big list of a lot of music that I had made with a lot of the camp that I just never put it out. You know, I was always part of Area 51 crew. It was always crew related music, you know, when we drop records and stuff. And one day I just decided, like, this is it. That, we're gonna put this shit out. Fuck this. I got a shitload of songs that, I'm trying to make an album here, basically. Yeah. So I try not to think as a producer or more as an MC, and got beats from the homies. So let me ask you this: as a producer who makes music for other people, when it comes to your project, what made you go with other producers outside of yourself? Because again, I didn't want to I would be focusing more on the beats than I would be on the rhymes. You know what I mean? And there's some people can do both. I don't, to each his own, I guess. But for me, it was more like I want to be the artist, and I love hearing people's beats that, I'm a picky motherfucker. I think there's a lot of MCs that are like that too. They're picky with, oh, that sounded dope, but if it was slower, it would be better. Or if it was quicker, or if it had this sound, or had, a backseat beat maker, basically. But, but I just didn't want to, I wanted to put this record out like as my own, for me, basically, as an MC, not as a producer. I could have done a whole record, produced it and put it out, and I know a couple of the homies that have done that, like Zapata the Ghost. Shouts to the homie, man, his brother. Big Zapata. He's sick with it. But it all depends. I think it all depends, and it could start from one beat, But I think that's where it stems from. Like, I could hear something and it's like, fuck, I want to rap on it, and then I hoard the beat because I want to rap on it, but I know I'll never rap on it. You were saying, you were saying you hoard beats, man. As a producer, I mean, as an artist, when you're making music, don't you want to get it out there? Why would you hoard your music? It's so funny because it's almost like you make some shit and then the next day passes and it's on to the next one. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then you forget about that one because I don't dump the shit right away and put it into Pro Tools. To me, these are all skeletons, Yeah. And I still got to put some meat on the motherfucker, whether it's an MC, some live music, or just a solid ass mix. I don't know. It's funny, man. I've shouts to all the artists that are looking for beats or any kind of production. Man, hit me up on the gram and peep out some of the production. Message me, man. I'm down to work with anybody, man. And I definitely can work with any budget. Yeah. But I like to put the ear to it. What are in your years in the game, bro? What are some of the artists that you really enjoy making music with? Obviously my camp, Random, MC Random, Crozart, production wise, Chop Louie, Broadway, my man Broadzilla. That guy, I swear I can't bring his name up enough because he's so made a big deal of on his production, and his shit's sick with it. But anybody Jism that's old school to me as well. Fucking I've known Jism for fucking since back in the days in '94. You know what I'm saying? Well, you guys were on Thumb Records together, I'm assuming. Well, no, he was. I forgot what label it was. I met Jism at the Wake Up Show. Oh, word up, okay. Yeah. I remember we used to go to the Wake Up Show and spit rhymes on there, call in, and I used to do the roll call with the Baker Boys, for years and shit. But that was back in the days. I can't specify really specific artists besides old school stuff. Like homie Chase Skizza, sick with it. You know, he's from the colored section. Shouts to Cope and Skizza on that. But you know, I just want to work with people that are hungry to work. You know what I mean? That beats matter. It's not just I'm just gonna rap on something. Like, let me create something. Let me make a song with substance. You know, some classic shit, not just.
But how do you being on the production and opening to work with artists? How do you like figure out, okay, this cat is worthy of working with me or worthy of my production? Because I mean, shit, you know, well, cats could say they're down and they could show interest, but
yeah, you're right. But that's the thing is that since I you know I do come from that MC background, like I can still voice my own opinion to myself and you know tell myself like, okay, this is something I need to work on with this person, or is this something that's just, you know, turnkey type shit? You know what I mean? But I think it's that like I said, that originality, bro. A lot of people are not as, you know, original as how shit was back then. You know, people would come out with a certain style or saying or whatever, and you know what I mean. It would definitely change it up. I'm gonna change up the beat.
Yeah, let's change it up. This is The Way Radio, broadcasting live from Northeast Los Angeles, Hotbox Studios, Apocalypse live in studio, live B-set. First time we've done this live, so I hope you guys, the viewers, are enjoying it. Bump it up a little bit. I got it on my end. So when you're digging for vinyl, what are you looking for when you're out digging for vinyl?
You know, anything in the year of like 75, 1975, that or the old funk era. I don't know what it is about that year of music where shit was just so like real and raw, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I like to do that. I like Russian. I like to sample a lot of Russian shit.
Really?
Yeah, it's funny. Like you don't even know what the samples is. You know what it says. It's just written like fucking Russian.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, you take it back to even like Los Tericoles all the way to, you know, some old ass Chaka Khan.
Yeah.
You know, I think it all varies on the year that you're trying to sample. A lot of people do shit with disco. A lot of people do shit with, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You got a favorite like type of beat, sample, or like something that's, you know, some people like piano. Like you hear a piano beat and it's like, oh shit, or they hear you know, a horn or some shit.
I'm old school, brother. I'm old school, and people laugh at me because I grew up over here on the West Coast, but I like that East Coast melody with that boom bap, just like drum patterns. I love melodies, especially when an MC like flips the melody and plays with it. That's always been my thing. Woo, shit. See, like this is right up my alley. It has that melody, hard guitar, hard fucking kicks. This is right up my alley right here. When you make this, do you see artists that you want to be on this?
You know, sometimes I do. Like I can, or I'll make it and then I'll hear like, oh, Redman and Method Man will kill this shit, you know, or fucking Cool G Rap, or somebody like of that caliber, just bar wise.
Yeah.
But yeah, even some of the homies, you know, like that's what I wish we would do more, you know, like producers like, hey, I hear you on this, I'm sending it to you.
Yeah.
Make a fucking dope song out of it, you know, or even vice versa. Like, oh shit, I wrote some shit to it, let me get on it, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like there's just so much competition at times. Like again, a lot of ego, I think, involved. But
how do you deal with cats with egos, especially on the production tip?
You know, like I try not to put too much hate out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I for myself, I only speak again not out of ego or confidence or any of that. It's just experience. Like my music will speak for itself basically at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But you know, when other people try to that's good for you, man. Good for you. I hope you make it. You know, I hope you do your thing and prove people wrong. Because at the end of the day, you know, it'll show itself. Like, nah, homie couldn't make it.
Yeah.
You know, but that's not, you know. Hopefully that's not the case for everybody. You know. You know, if you got something that you're running after, keep running until you get to it. You know.
Word up. That's facts. That's facts right there. How many albums do you have out there?
You know, it's funny. Solo-wise, only one, but crew-wise, we got a good 5 albums out there that you can find on Spotify or any platform. It's Area 51 crew. Some with even before we got on Area 51, we got in Area 51 together. The group I used to be in a crew called Rhyme Stalkers, RS3, and then. From there, it evolved into Area 51 and Area 51 B-Boys and became this big, you know, brigade of people. But yeah, it's definitely, besides all those albums, it's, you know, little songs here and there, one singles that are songs that I hop on with folks, you know, other people. Done a bunch of stuff with Jism again, bringing him back. You know, it's weird. I'm kind of like a hermit, bro. Like,
really?
I literally stick to myself a lot. A lot of motherfuckers don't know about me. You might have heard of me. You know, I am the OG spelling of my name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same shit on the Gmail.
How'd you come up with Apocalypse? I was gonna ask you that question as well.
You know, it's funny. Back in the days, this was like 93, because that's how long it's been since I've been at 94. My old manager, shouts to E1, Mad Pro back in the days, that was managing JB and myself, he just said, you know, why don't you just call yourself Apocalypse, like the explosion and yada yada. And I was just like, damn, that's a pretty wild name, you know, a lot of syllables in there. But
yeah.
I just, you know, the way he was spelling it was how it is, but I was like, damn, Apocalypse, like lips.
Yeah.
You know, like a pack of lips almost.
Yeah.
And then it went from Apocalypse to Apocalypse, and, you know, they call me Pac, they call me Lips, APAC, or the good old El Fin del Mundo.
Yeah. Nice. Interesting. You want to throw on another beat for us?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Hell yeah. Live beat set right here. Apocalypse live in the studio. This is The Way Radio, broadcasting live from Hot Box Studios, Northeast Los Angeles. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Nothing but dope interviews captivating and capturing the Los Angeles and beyond underground hip-hop culture. Giving you a bird's eye view of the artists that represent our culture. Ooh, nice. Hard. If you ain't bobbing your head right now to this beat, there's something wrong with you. Straight up. I'm right here. You can't see me because I'm in the actual engineer room right here. But I'm right here bumping my head like, hell yeah.
That's how it should be.
What was your favorite track you ever produced?
You know, I think I won't say my favorite, but it's the one that means the most, and only because it was what it transformed into, I guess. But I did Paid My Dues. The song was called, for Nipsey Hussle and featuring Cocaine. and I had actually spoke to him. This was before he had blown up. And, you know, I had another set of homies and family, production studio wise. Shouts to Boog the Man. He had basically hooked up with Nipsey back in the days, and this was a young, hungry Nipsey. This wasn't, you know, I think he barely started that marathon.
Yeah, this was back when he was doing mixtapes, right?
Yeah, exactly. And DJ Ski dropped it, I think it was. But yeah, that beat and song, he you know, it's one of those like. It'll get you. You know what I mean? Like you just hear how young he was, how hungry he was, and he was spitting. He definitely was spitting those hungry man bars. You know what I mean? But yeah.
How do you feel as a producer when a cat like that when they're starting off, you've worked with them, and you obviously made a track with them, made some music with them, and you see them blow up? How does that feel for you yourself?
You know, I think it all, I don't know.
Because don't you feel in part that in some part of way, because you got to figure when he's doing mixtapes, a lot of because I've heard some of his earlier stuff, he's using, you know, other people's beats. And to have an original beat by you kind of, I don't want to say you made him, but you influenced him in a way.
Well, I mean, I could say at least that I was able to you know, be part of his music career in some way or another. Same thing with Digital Underground. Again, you know, rest in peace, Shock G. I was lucky enough to have that man come over when I lived with Broadway. He came over and got on the piano, started knocking out all kinds of crazy key lines, and he just. That guy was a musical genius. That guy, you know, he wasn't just the Humpty Hump motherfucker.
That's hard right there. That beat's hard right there.
Oh, I got some more for you.
Ooh. So how did the conversation with Shock G come up with you guys? As far as you guys,
again, it was through the homie Broadway. You know, Broadway had and I speak very highly of this man because he played a big role in what I do. You know what I mean? And that's some shit that you just can't forget and let go of in ways. You know what I mean? But he had always had artists. I remember one time Coco and Ice-T were parking their Hummer in front of the apartment building and came knocking on the door, you know? Or coming home and seeing Drew Down and the Loonies on the couches, like, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah.
You know, like, I remember one night coming home from, I don't know where the fuck I was at, the Dub C's, and all in the pitch black with a light shining on him, and him and Broadway were just talking music and shit, you know? It's pretty crazy, but, you know, he really put me onto opportunity. You know, he truly showed me what that was.
Yeah.
But,
being able to sit down in some of those conversations, what was the most knowledgeable thing you learned in like just ear hustling what some of these guys were saying?
Man, you know, I think a lot of those old school artists, their mentality is the same as, you know, as us. You know, they refuse to put out garbage or trash, and I think, you know, it's kind of hard to say for some people that have different opinions on, you know, what would be considered garbage or trash. But you know, it was always, you know, stay true to yourself, always fucking do you, never you know, never follow someone else's lead, and just create your own lane, you know.
What is it? Don't follow trends, set them.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I think that goes for a lot of the new artists, you know, the young generation that's out now. You know, I don't know if I won't say that they don't respect the old.
Ooh. Ooh, Apocalypse. This is The Way Radio, broadcasting live, Hotbox Studios, diggingdaily.com. Ooh, hell yeah. I don't want to say that they don't respect it. I just don't think they invest themselves enough into the material they have or the equipment they have to fully, like you said, master it.
Yeah, no, and I think you should also do your homework, you know? I think it's in any kind of trade that you pick up, whether it's learning how to play football, you want to know, who are the greats, learning how to, cut some wood and make tables. What, you want to know, you need to learn about what it is you're actually doing, but I don't think it's that anymore. I think it's follows, likes, hearts, and emojis, and let me get sponsored and hit 100 million people, and you know what I mean, not have to work a day in my life. But I look at it even like when I talk to my daughter, what do you want to be? Before it was a scientist or something, now it's a YouTuber or you know what I mean?
Oh, a TikTok star.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I have a daughter too, dog, and I asked her, and she's like, I want to do TikTok. I'm like, really?
Yeah, no, it's and
but
you
don't get me wrong, she's very creative, and I tell her, well, you don't have to be a TikTok star with your creation. You're very creative. You could do something else and use your creative aspects to do something great. Why don't you be an art teacher? I try to inspire her to do something else. I'm like, I won't be a fucking TikTok star.
Yeah, no, I think at this point it's like you have to put that into their mind. You know what I mean? Like, because they throw so much out to people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The media, social media, even more. Like, I won't say like from being lesbian or gay or whatever it is, but it's almost like it's brought to their faces, and the reality needs to be brought, but it's basically anything goes, There's nothing is censored, so it's not like how we were raised, and the ideas starting so young and shit.
Yeah, I think a lot of it when I know for me, I don't know if it was the same for you, but your influence, what you got into, you were into because you actually went, oh, okay, I got into hip hop. All right, shit. Let me check out all these artists, check out all this music. You kind of went that way and you just floated with it. But with today's technology, you could be influenced in so many different ways, and those algorithms control motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Those algorithms really be fucking with people. That's why I trip out on artists that are popping for like 3-4 months, they fall off. I always wonder, like, how does that fuck with their ego? Because back in the day, artists, if you got signed, you were doing something right. You know what I'm saying? You just didn't get signed to any fucking label like that. Now they're signing cats because of views. Oh, well, they got 1 million views, but those views are algorithms that are controlled. So it's a different, way different game than it was back in the day.
I mean, come on, they signed a Meta MC.
I heard, I saw that and I was like, what the fuck? Like, where's he gonna perform in the metaverse? Like, how do you get in there? I don't even know how to get in the
metaverse. The VR. I got one for my daughter. Trust me, it's a whole fucking different world, bro.
That's crazy.
It's a whole different. You get in that motherfucker, and you don't even you're just a trip. I advise anybody to at least try that shit and see what that.
I don't want to be. Was it the Lawnmower Man? I want to be the Lawnmower Man. If you guys don't know about the Lawnmower Man, fucking watch the movie, all right? Yeah. Get out of the metaverse and watch a fucking movie and watch the Lawnmower Man. That's gonna be you in a couple weeks.
That's true.
Speaking of the metaverse, NFTs, man, you're fucking with NFTs. Talk about that.
Yeah, man. We I basically, with my brother from another mother. Shouts to Junebug, aka Junior. Main head of Flourish and Prosper. He and I basically, he's heavy into the crypto and NFT and everything that has to do with just that whole world. But I'm an artist. I draw and shit, and I got into the iPad drawing, digitizing shit.
Yeah.
So I created some 101s and finally put it out there, and I was talking with him, and I'm like, man, we could do this, and just seeing all of how the NFTs are, and what the fuck, how much are they selling that for? You're out of your fucking mind, like what? So I was like, you know what? Let me try to draw some. So we basically we did like kind of like a b-boy arm cross that doesn't move. So everything, you got all sorts of shit of layers and attributes that could be chosen, and Junior's smart as created this generator that automatically generates it by using all the layers and whatnot.
Word.
So we ended up with a variation of what could be 1 million almost because of how many layers per, you know, hats, glasses, you know, shirts, pants, all that shit. But it's set to hopefully be out. I'd say within like a month or two. Yeah. Definitely pass that on to you when shit does come out. But it's you can peep it on IG. I think it's at MetaHoods with a Z.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then you're a published author.
Yeah.
Talk
man.
about that.
Shit. You know, I think as the artist, MC, in me or whatever, I always had this, you know, passion for poetry as well. And basically just life situations that just, you know, happened and placed me with a pen in my hand in a book. And just spilled the shit on the paper. Yeah. And next thing you know, I got a 100-page book of poetry, and I took the big step and decided to put it out and threw it out on Amazon. And you know, it was awesome. I sold the first 2 weeks over like 100 copies. Nice. Got into the bestseller category, #1 for like a week. Within the Latino, Chicano, Hispanic poetry area. Yeah. And then I dropped the second one a couple months ago. You can find it too on Amazon. It's Love Left to Burn is what the book title is. Love Left to Burn? Yeah, and you know what? Speaking of that, let me put on this one. This was called Time to Love. While we were talking about this one, I think you'll be, the sample is retarded.
That's definitely some 70s right there, brother. As a digger, where's your favorite spots to go dig at? You don't got to give exact locations. Yeah. We got to keep that secret.
Man, you know, it's funny on the tube, when you search for keywords, man, they really take that shit literally. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, and it's before and how you're searching for it. But, you know, you can do the same thing. Samples to chop or, you know, things of that. But there's specific channels that I've come across where they update it daily or every week, and you know, you just keep following, you keep digging, and you find these people with gold mines. Majority of those folks are people that don't even make beats. Yeah. They just collect the music. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's crazy. You got some nerds that just got super dope taste when it comes to old music, and they end up recording the shit, putting it out for people. And it could be a record, like, again, I'd have to fly to fucking Panama somewhere in some little mom and pop shops that, you know, I'd be able to find an actual vinyl for. But, you know.
So let me ask you this, because I want to say a good couple years back, this was a heavy, heated discussion or a topic. But you had purists that were like, nah, if you're going to get it, you got to do vinyl. If you're going through YouTube, you're a YouTube producer. And there was like a lot, I don't want to say controversy, but there was definitely some arguments on both sides. For you, since you do sample off of vinyl, and you have done YouTube sampling, what do you recommend for yourself that you like the most?
To me, the wax, that was years ago, to be honest. Like, because it was just either a bad copy of the record and just everybody used the same shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I love going into, even, you know, when I get shit off the fucking TV on a TV show. Yeah. I look up the score for the TV show and find that specific scene, and then again I'll go in, do some, you know, some alchemy inside of the shit, and take the vocals off, and then remove the hi-hats on it, and then I got this sample now. You know, but I know nobody's used this. Yeah. You know, and if they have, they were thinking just like me. But I try to find shit that hasn't been found or heard, and you know what I mean. And
Yeah,
again, I find that a lot in the Asian samples, the Russian samples, the Dutch samples, and those, if you come across them, you just find one, then go back to that artist, find the rest of them, and then it'll lead you onto this rabbit hole of just fucking all kinds of samples. But you know, those one-hitter quitters, those one-shots, even those played keys ones, when you got a dope plugin and you find those chords. But I'm a sample-based guy. I like to chop, I like to loop, I like to, you know, find those little pieces and put them together, basically.
Word up. Do you have anything on there that you sampled off of a TV show inside your files right now?
I actually played one that was off of Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh shit!
It was the in between. I'm sorry, not Dukes of Hazzard, Starsky and Hutch.
Oh, okay.
And if you hear that, I can pull up the track. But
yeah, let's hear it one more time. I didn't know it was from there. Shit, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. Hold on, let me.
Crazy. Do you have the original sample?
That's what I'm trying to find.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. I'm like, shit. What the fuck? That's some fucking crazy shit right there, bro.
Yeah, it was literally like, you know, when they're getting out the car and heading inside the building and type shit. It was like that. I grabbed that shit off the tube and sucked the audio out and got that shit and just did some chopping with it.
So let me ask you this: on average, from when you pull something like that, from when you see it to when you grab it to when you edit it to where you want to get it out, what's the process? Like, how long is that process?
In the beginning, it was really hard because I think there wasn't a lot of like areas available where you can just go, you know, download the MP3 of the audio. But
yeah,
it's so many. There's so many now, you know, and you just got to know. Cut out that second window when it pops up. Don't download nothing onto your bar. Yeah. know when to push download. Know which download to push.
Don't give your computer fucking cancer or AIDS.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's once I get that, once I found those right ones, I can say from when I find the sample, put it into the MPC, it's within like 5 minutes, you know.
Shit.
But I'll just rename shit and you know, basically I'll have the original, then I'll have one without vocals, and then I'll have one that's just the bass line of it. But all of those, watch. So I think I pulled this one.
Shit! I could actually see that fucking that scenario play out now.
Yeah, that's all it was.
That's fucking crazy. That's dope.
Let me flip on some other stuff.
Apocalypse live in the building right here. This is The Way Radio, broadcasting live from Northeast Los Angeles, Hotbox Studios. Hope you guys are enjoying this. This is the first time we've done this. It looks like we're gonna. Apocalypse, you set the bar, homie. You set the bar.
Hey man, thank you for letting me come here and get down. I'm telling you, I feel like I've been such a hermit for so long, and this music brought me out of a zombie state.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Well, anytime you want to come out and just play some shit that we could record and throw on some YouTube and let people be exposed to it, you're more than welcome to come through anytime, dog. Anytime.
I appreciate that. I'm gonna load up some other ones. Yeah, man, and if anybody out there is looking for, to get some beat sets going, hit me up, man. I'm always down for that. Love to let MCs vibe off stuff and find their groove into the production.
What's the best way for cats to get a hold of you?
At my IG, at Apocalypse, APAKALIPS. Just hit me up, man. DM on the DM or leave a message on a beat that you're feeling. That always helps. I'm trying to connect with artists that just have that love for the music, you know.
Yeah.
That just look for beats that aren't the beats that are out there. You know what I mean? And I think that's what my goal is to try to reach that side of artists.
Yeah.
Even singers. I've always wanted to have like a John Legend singing on a shitload of my beats. You know what I mean? But I think you just gotta find those artists.
Yeah.
And they're out there. And they're probably looking for a producer that got beats like me. I'm telling you, man.
Now they should be looking for a producer like you.
I think at this point, anything and everything is possible, like I told you, man.
Yeah.
And they'll get that boom bappery.
Yeah.
You know. I like a lot of feel good loops too.
Yeah.
You know, I know there's those grimies and that hard, rough, rugged and raw shit. I love that shit too. But that soul sample, I'm a sucker for that shit.
Yeah. Right now, that's for someone that's out right now, production-wise. Who do you think is holding it down, production-wise, right now? Either independent, mainstream. Who you like right now? That's current.
You know, I've tried to like really listen to a lot of production out there, like as far as new and old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I get sucked into my own shit, you know, that I don't pay attention to other people. But you know, a lot of the producers that I have seen on the gram, some of them I don't even know what their name is. You know what I mean? But as far as new music and stuff, I really can't say I have a favorite. I think I need to really dig a little deeper into all the new hot shit. And no disrespect, like saying like ain't nobody got hot shit. You know, I just haven't. I've been sleeping. I've been hibernating. You know?
I don't know. I'll say it. I listen to it. It's not my forte right now. But I'm hoping that somebody comes out with some shit that one day when I'm listening, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. But a lot of it is like on our conversation earlier. It's just a lot of it just sounds the same to me. And granted, you could say I'm an old head or whatever, but it all sounds the same to me. The formula just it's on repeat right now. And I do like the cats that are doing boom bap and they're doing something different, but I really am trying to get like, you know, in touch with, I guess like the trap scene music or whatever the current status is of however you want to categorize it. But I don't know. I just feel like it's the same thing right now. It's just the same thing. But call me old. It's all good. I'm old head. That's how I am.
I can hear that thumping on the pads.
Ooh, hell yeah. So the drums, you sampled the drums.
Yeah. I chopped up a break, added some kicks on top of that break, added some other hats, some snares, and then that bass line I played it on the pads.
Nice.
And then just found a sample. And I think, you know, some people, and that's why I trip out on, back when COVID hit, we used to do, within the crew, have this Friday night beat battle since we were on lockdown. So you can find that shit on YouTube too.
Nice.
Shouts to Flourish and Prosper. They did the whole shit. Like,
is that the name of the channel?
Flourish and Prosper would be the main channel for you to find that. But it's all Area 51 based as well. But we would get together every Friday, and we would basically give a category of type of beat, any horror movie soundtrack, and each of us would have to pick a horror sample and make a dope beat, and then we'd all judge, and then at the end there would be a winner. And that, since we couldn't be in the studio and hanging out you know, we did it like that, and it kept basically our skills sharp, because you could beat there by yourself, fucking beating pads for days.
Yeah.
But to you it might sound good, but once you get somebody else's ear in there, it changes it. You know what I mean? But that was definitely some COVID memories right there.
What were you doing to stay? What were you doing besides that? What else were you doing musically during COVID?
You know, I was doing more art than anything, but I think it was more just beats, bro, and a lot of writing, but mainly production. You know, it gave me so much time to just fucking sit there and just dig and dig and dig. And you know, I try to get my daughter on a lot of this old music as well. You know, from the oldest shit. Pink Floyd is like my go-to. That's like my number one, Pink Floyd. And back in the days I did an APAKLIPS versus Led Zeppelin album where it was all Led Zeppelin samples.
Where's that at?
You know, actually I put it out, and this was MySpace days. Yeah.
This is a while ago.
Exactly. That's how far back I'm saying though.
Yeah.
But I kind of zoned out over there. I think that the smoke that smoked me out.
But yeah, where's the APAKLIPS versus Led Zeppelin album, man?
I need to find that, man. I have those files somewhere. But I literally have to find out where those bastards at, because it was some dope shit. I actually had one group out of Dutch grab one of them, one of the beats that were off of it.
Yeah.
Because it was all instrumentals, you know.
Yeah.
And they actually made a song out of it over there in Dutch. Amsterdam. I'm sorry, Rotterdam.
Word up. Heat. APAKLIPS bringing the heat.
I couldn't bring some boo-boo, and it's the funny shit is this is just the tip of the iceberg, bro.
So how many instrumentals do you have, like, actually recorded?
God, it's gotta be. I mean, I don't know, bro. I mean, hundreds. I won't say thousands, but shit, if I fucking were to count, who knows?
So what kind of names do you name the tracks? Because I know some fools will come up with some crazy ass fucking names.
And so it's literally like what just happened that moment, or something it sounds like.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, you're right.
What's the name of this track right here? What did you name it?
This one is called, let's see, Take Me Back.
Word up.
But yeah, you're right. Motherfuckers do. Yeah, I got some that are like, you could tell when I moved out of my house and where I moved in.
Yeah.
Escrow day. Mom's still here.
Yeah.
You know, some bullshit.
Fire insurance policy.
Yeah. Right? That's literally what it feels like. That's funny shit. Hold on, I'm trying to pull up this.
You can dig up as many as you want, dog. I am not tripping. We are not tripping, dog.
Yeah. What time mark are we at? I don't even know.
We are
right
at 59 minutes and 33 seconds. We can still go another 10 minutes, considering we do have an outro track with you.
Awesome. Okay.
Or you know what? We could do this. Do you want to? Let's close out with the track, and if you're willing, let's get you another little smoke break in, and then let's restart, and we'll just give the camera on you, and you could just bump whatever tracks you want to bump instrumental wise.
Yeah, I can play a couple more, you know.
Cool. So we're gonna go into this last track. We're gonna close out, and then we'll restart again. But this last track, talk about it. Told a Lie. Talk about that, brother.
This one is actually produced by my brother Touch Tone, not Tony Touch. Everybody's getting confused, but this talented motherfucker out of Riverside. He had this beat. I heard that shit. I fell in love with it. I don't even know I forgot what the sample is. Heard the beat, started writing to it, and then, you know, at that time, I think Diamonique had been, you know, shouts to Diamo. She had been putting out some stuff, and you know, I never realized how good she sang. And I sent her the track, and I said, "Man, I hear your voice on this. Can you come up with something?" And She heard it, fucking loved the shit. Next thing you know, she sent me fucking the hook and basically a verse on it. Mixed that shit, chopped it up, and fucking it was a rap. But yeah, this is one of my favorites here. But it's some personal shit, life shit people can relate to. You know what I mean?
Word up, word up. Here it is right here. Apocalypse. Stay posted. We're going to have a part 2 after this. DiggingDaddy.com. This is The Way Radio. Broadcasting live. Hotbox Studios.
Apocalypse. Diamonique. Touchtone.
Somebody told me, said heaven was in the sky.
Cause nothing is real, this is my story, it's my hell on earth. You only get what you deserve, so what the hell are you worth? Tell me.
Waking up today, feeling confused, just another day. Cause I can't find the answer to the question in my mind. I've been asking myself all of my life, but time heals pain, and you've been living through me every single day. All I ever knew was you. It says, but it still feels true. You're my mind, body, and spirit. Heaven is your love, and there is no limit. Nobody ever had me like the music. I pray to God I never lose it.
Cause nothing is real, this is my story, it's my hell on earth. You only get what you deserve, so what the hell are you worth? Tell me. Cause nothing is real, this is my story, it's my hell on earth. You only get what you deserve, so what the hell are you worth? I heard my peace of mind is my piece of heaven, all of it, I fought for it. Love was my drug, couldn't get off of it. I thought heaven was love when someone offers it. Takes you out your own hell before you start to call it quits. But then it falls to shit, life becomes that awful bitch, the one you started with, then dearly departed with. I blame myself for my mental health nowadays. I trusted trust with us to never part our ways. That real men will never cry, but that's some bullshit. Everybody's human when you're ruined with confusion. Your delusions keep you losing just for somebody's amusement. I woke up today, I took another breath. I washed hope away, but feel like nothing's left. Maybe I'm right, but I hope I'm wrong after it. Cause what I feel is real and the camera couldn't capture it. Nothing is real, this is my story, it's my hell on earth. You only get what you deserve, so what the hell are you worth? Tell me. Cause nothing is real, this is my story, it's my hell on earth. You only get what you deserve, so what the hell are you worth? I heard life is but a dream, life isn't what it seems. Life will suck the life out of you, so know what living means. See, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Forever is forever as long as you stick together, huh? You got trapped in a place, your own dope house. Started mumbling words but didn't even know how. You got sucked into drugs, guns, and hi-hats. The girl I knew before was a queen and nothing like that. Infatuated with selfies, likes, and hashtags. Popping pills and holding weed by the trash bags. Self-promotion, overdosing, the same drugs. And all your lies made you forget where you came from. I hope you get some real help, cause at this point you need it. These bitches feeding you poison, I hope you don't believe it. See, I'm convinced you'll see the light shine through, or else will they reminisce over you, my God. Cause nothing is real, this is my story, it's my hell on earth. You only get what you deserve, so what the hell are you worth? Tell me. Cause nothing is real, this is my story, it's my hell on earth. You only get what you deserve, so what the hell are you worth? I heard